Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K. And the Clippers getting that contract extension done with Coach Ty Lue. They've really invested in the future, haven't they, Sean?
A nice, shiny new arena and everything that they built in LA. And yet, this is a talented and aging roster. The clock is ticking for this iteration of Clippers basketball around Kawhi Leonard. They know the time is right now.
And they've added Jeff Van Gundy, so another great basketball mind on that staff. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with John Collins. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Harden in at the 1.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Houston shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They get a hand on it, and here's the fast break. And Smith with the stop.
This is the belief Smith's teammates have in him, which is why they look for him to take that shot.
And here's Harden. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Outside Collins. Pass to Leonard. Beal gets a wide open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Shepard. Now, here's Şengün. Got that one up quick. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're talking NBA. We're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a 3rd hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis, and the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we sign up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Let me say this. If you need it, he's got it. Harden does everything you want out of an offensive weapon.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Harden. Leonard against Durant. Some solid defense there from KD. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon.
Easy money. Durant claps back with a 3.
Harden left side. Outside Leonard. Beyond the arc. They get it back. Harden finds Collins. And it's off from three-point range. Houston leading by 3. Here's Smith. And he drives in. Good. And the assist goes to Şengün. Smith's got his second basket of the game. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Jones checked in for John Collins. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Now, I asked him how they plan to limit the effectiveness of Kawhi Leonard. Coach said the thing with Kawhi is that even if you're able to slow him down offensively, he'll find a way to impact the game with his defense. He's one of the best two-way players the game has ever seen. So they won't have a moment's rest tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Clippers trail by 4. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. And that one drops for him.
Let me tell you, Beal is crafty. He will figure out a way to get inside.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. A new lineup here for Houston. And the Clippers with a change here, too. All checked in for Bradley Beal. Here's Holiday. Rebound by the Clippers. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And even though they're one of the top teams, they dropped the season series to this squad. So sometimes matchups play a role.
Leonard, no luck. And so Holiday will bring it up for Houston. The question for them right now, can they maintain this winning streak? They've notched 11 in a row.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
Clippers trail by 6. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Paul. To the middle. Here's the break. And the basket by Okogie. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Clippers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Los Angeles with another miss.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting them with all of these misses. And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Leonard, it's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Here's Eason. Dives to the hoop. The shot, no good. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And the basket by Harden.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Eason passes to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. 20 seconds left to play in the first. From deep Harden. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Harden. From past the arc. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big-time shot from him there.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The Rockets on top, up 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Brook Lopez. Batum is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Beal in at the 2 spot. Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Houston making a switch. Durant's checked in. John Collins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Harden comes in for Bogdan Bogdanović. Paul passes to Beal. Let's go. Harden, no good. Rockets leading by 5. Outside, KD. Over Lopez. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Şengün. Şengün's got 3 assists now in this one. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, 3 of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 11. Outside, Beal. To the paint, here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And the Rockets making a change here. Adams checked in. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Beal. So Shams, when the league brought in that 65-game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by. And that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different accolades.
Yes, well said. Now here's Paul. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Leonard. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Collins, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The offensive rebound. This one for 3. Lopez grabs the board. Clippers trail by 7. Pass to Harden. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Harris outside. The 3 from KD. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Harden can't hit.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Pass to KD. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead. That's his 2nd foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor. And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
Shepard's checked in for the Rockets. Poked away. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. Shepard's got 10. Here's Leonard. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Launches it. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
There's the drive.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall. Doing some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll get a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've started this season on the right foot, something we kind of expected, given their offseason. We'll see if this is a pace they can maintain as the year rolls on.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix if you want to, but I'm not seeing a lot of want to from them.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Harris is out there with Shepard. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Takes the 13-footer. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Harden. Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide. We're starting to get a better sense of the player that Şengün is. An agile big man who really brings a lot of energy to the floor.
Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. The Rockets pull it in. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, That's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
In the mid-range, Durant is deadly as ever. Easy money sniper, putting out a little silky jumper.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. That's going to send Şengün to the line. Bradley Beal picks one up. This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
When you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Looking to get it going, and Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. And the Clippers making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in, and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at the Clippers, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
Well, I think for Houston,
they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Şengün finds Smith. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Beal, and the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender. Smith proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
Took him no time at all on that one. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Harden's shot is good.
What a game from Harden, filling it up. James, look, everyone knows this man is just a gifted scorer.
Şengün passes to Durant. Puts up a 3. Oh, KD buries the 3.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely. Can't hit from the low block. Houston leading by 12. Pass to Smith. Puts it up from 15. And he hits the jump shot. Smith's got 8 points.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Here's Harden. Harden missing again. Here's Houston now. They're on a 13-5 run here. And it's Shepard missing.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
The open shot by Beal. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. He's got 14.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Jabari Smith. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Okogie subbed in for Harris. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jones is checked in.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 14-point game. Got that bucket in no time at all. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Kawhi Leonard. David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Clippers' head athletic trainer. And after looking at it, he's told me that it doesn't appear as serious as they initially thought. It's tough news for the momentum of the team at this stage of the season. That's all we've got from now. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Harden with it. Picked up by Shepard. It's stolen by Eason. Here's Finney-Smith. And And Jones pulls it down. Clippers trail by 13. A three from Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Adams. Rockets have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Harden.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you've got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Beal had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. To the right side. Okogie for three. Drills it from outside. Okogie's got 5. Here's Harden. 23 points in the game. Shoots the three. No good. And so it's the Houston Rockets. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their transition game has been in full effect. Back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Harden. Brook Lopez is out there with John Collins. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Paul in at the point. And Smith with the stuff.
Just taking off. Smith showing you why you cannot leave an opening because this man will find it.
Clippers trail by 15. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Paul looking around. And a miss there on the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's KD. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Paul dishes to Bogdanovich. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Houston leading by 17. Lets it go from deep, and that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. Durant's got 12 points in just the second half. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Collins. Harden kicks to Paul. Bogdanovich wide open, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Bogdanovich has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Durant just inside the line. Rebound by the Clippers. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Bogdanovich. Paul passes to Bogdanovich. Harden sets the pick for Bogdanovich. No good on the 3. Houston's gone 7 of 15 from 3-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Here's Smith. Again, the Rockets score.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Clippers trail by 19. Ball's not loose. Here's Shepard going inside. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Rockets?
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Paul with the ball. Harden outside. And this year's draft class considered to be one of the weaker classes in recent years.
I don't believe in a such thing as a weak draft class. There is always going to be a player or multiple players that stand out. Understand, even if you're drafting 60 players, if 5 of them turn out to be legitimate players, that's a good draft class.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3, and the Clippers miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The three-pointer, no good.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Pass to KD. Over Harden. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Nice shot by Smith.
You love seeing Smith Jr. be assertive off the catch. Great shot.
Now here's Paul. He's covered closely, and yes, it's good.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Pass to Durant. 1:53 left in the game. Count the basket.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Paul for 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Harden looking it over. Ring shot on the way. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
I think one of the keys that helped them tonight was the big-time performance for Reed Sheppard.
And we can't forget about his effort on defense, specifically how many steals he was able to grab. Just an absolute pest.
Collins makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 32 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Leonard on the wing. Outside Collins. Outside for Beal. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Here's Zubac. Lays it up off the glass.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
KD with the bucket.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
So we see Houston taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Kevin Durant.